subscribe and ring the bell.
He owns the whole jungle. You always find the grandest little parade routes, don't you? See there, Nico, you little bandit. You look like you've seen a whole picnic basket full of sweet clover. Oh, look at that bright blue parrot. He's preening on that branch like he's the king of the jungle. You always manage to find the flashiest creatures, don't you? Remember that first fire, Wilson. It felt like the very breath of God itself dancing through those flames. Sunlight warms the skin just so, painting the sand like spilled gold dust. We should really start on that fish weir today, shouldn't we? Amazing look at that little crab scuttling sideways. You've got a knack for finding the flashiest little things, haven't you? Strange how the memory of that fire still makes my chest feel warm, like embers glowing beneath the skin. Emerald palms fringe the edge where the sand meets the deeper jungle floor. Bella is chewing her cud with the utmost contentment over near those roots. Curious how the sheer bulk of this mangrove wood could make a passable hull. We need more lashings for the main support beam, Wilson. Blast this cursed bit of earth. It's holding me fast like a beetle in amber. Peppa the giraffe watches this epic struggle like it's Sunday picnic entertainment. Blinding sunshine makes the sweat bead on my brow. It reminds me of the harsh midday heat back when the city clock never faltered. Picture this, Wilson, a time when the little garden was just starting to take shape, a fragile little boundary against the wild. Clementine and Periwinkle, those two, they decided together, you see, that my new fence posts were too much trouble for their little schemes. I saw the little evidence in the discarded twigs, a secret pact whispered through the undergrowth. So I just built a second gate, a little curve of defiance, right where they thought they were safe. The scent of blooming jasmine that evening, it smelled like victory mixed with the salt spray. Wonderful. Bella is grazing so calmly near those roots. She seems entirely unbothered by the coming drizzle. Coco has just wandered right up here, staring at me with those huge, thoughtful eyes. What does a giant like Coco want from a mere shipwrecked man? Even Coco seems to regard me with the patience of a deity. I suppose I'm the main attraction until a passing vessel spots this architectural marvel. Listen to that little green lizard sunbathing near the damp edge. He looks quite pleased with himself this morning. Rain streaks the palm fronds like tears. I suppose even the sky needs a good wash sometimes, don't you think, Wilson? Never forget the sheer joy of that first blaze, Wilson. I roared like a conquering king when I finally coaxed those flames from the damp kindling. Wet streaks curtain the jungle edge. Luna the deer stands there, just watching me like a statue carved from river stone. Look at Lola just standing there, staring with those big brown eyes. What is a magnificent creature like Lola wanting from this old castaway? Wondering if this new roof angle will keep out the inevitable tropical downpour, Wilson. It feels a bit too steep, don't you think? Remember that first fire, Wilson. The smoke tasted like pure, sweet victory in my throat. I nearly collapsed, staring at those dancing embers until the whole beach felt warm. Figo just sat by the edge, watching the light dance, a silent, furry witness to my triumph. This patch of dirt, Wilson, feels like the gaping maw of Hades itself, and Nala is judging my every strained heave. By the grace of God, I will claw myself out of this miserable vegetal trap. Perhaps a giant SOS made of bleached driftwood and vibrant red coral will catch the eye of any passing schooner, Wilson. I wonder if Bobi would help me drag the biggest pieces out to the edge. Emerald foliage carpets the ground here, thick as a bishop's vestment. Even Nala seems to tread lightly on the vibrant green moss. Surely this drumming rain will never cease, Wilson. It washes the very color from the jungle's edges. Against the steady drumming, the wet world feels like a vast, gray baptism, Wilson. Stuck like a beetle in amber, Wilson. The ground itself has snapped its jaws around my ankles. I swear by the risen Lord, I will tear myself free from this damp earth like a shipwrecked sailor from the... My boot is snagged on this wicked root, Wilson. It feels like the entire island conspired to hold me captive right here. Coco the elephant just watched, probably laughing at this epic, Saudi disaster of a moment. Crimson threads of vine have tangled my legs like the net of some cruel sea god. I swear I'll rip through this damp embrace like I once tore through the wood for that blessed fire. This sodden earth has clamped down like a vengeful priest's iron grip. Figo just stares at this glorious, agonizing stalemate. By the sweet Mother Mary, I will excavate myself from this miserable, vegetative quick. Hur! This tangle of jungle creepers has gripped my calves like a greedy choir holding back a hymn. Behold, my left leg is caught in a jungle serpent's embrace, Wilson. I will wrestle this emerald maw open by sheer force of will. Day 40-something. Built a watchtower to spot rescue ships. Spotted. 0 ships. 1 very smug seagull. Jove, this root has hooked my ankle like the hook of a pagan fisherman, Wilson. I'll wrestle this verdant prison open with blistered fingers. By the grace of the Father, this blasted earth has snagged me like a net of wicked sorcery, Wilson. I will muscle through this mud until my bones sing of freedom. Named the Fox today. The Fox does not know this, and the Fox does not care. We're basically colleagues. By the saints, this muddy pocket is holding me like a vice grip, Wilson. I shall claw my way out of this terrestrial trap by sheer divine effort. Blasted little snag has got my shin fast like a blacksmith's vise. I'll shake this jungle's bony fingers off me, you hear. Heavens above, this jungle has pinned my ankle like a clumsy apprentice pinning a tapestry. I'll yank free of this earthy clasp like a sinner finally finding grace. Tofu the llama just regarded this predicament with such calm judgment. This whole patch of dirt is a veritable prison cell, Wilson, and I shall escape this damp embrace by sheer, glorious willpower. Blast the stubborn soil clinging to my calf like a grumpy barnacle. I swear I'll use every fingernail until this green cage breaks apart. Heavens above, this little patch of dirt has gripped my heel like a disgruntled choir boy refusing to sing his part. I shall pry myself from this earthy grip by sheer, desperate grunt. 3 rocks, a bit of mud, and sheer spite. That's the secret to island architecture. Crikey, this vine grips my boot like a greedy octopus around a fresh catch. I will yank this sticky mess free with the strength of 1,000 passing tides. Meant to be free of this root snare like a penitent leaving the confessional, I shall tear this vegetal curtain open with the might of my own aching spirit. If a ship sails past and nobody's rescued, did it even happen? Asking for a very stranded friend. With the whole town tonight, from above it almost looks like somebody lies here. Somebody does. It's me. Somewhere out there a kettle is boiling for somebody, and I hope they appreciate it. What manner of earth cuff has seized my lower leg, Wilson? I'll treat this tiny snag like the final boss of my entire miserable island adventure. Blast, this damp earth holds my leg like a curtain caught in a phantom breeze. I'll muscle through this stubborn muck as if I'm exiting a sarcophagus. Storms rolling in. Perfect. Nothing says home like building a wall in the rain and pretending I'm fine. Oh, this clod of earth clings to me like a debt collector refusing to leave. I'll wrestle this tiny dirt prison off my ankle with the fury of 1,000 lost voyages. Hark! This miniature earthen blockade grips my ankle like a jealous maiden's hand. I shall escape this damp embrace with the power of a shipwrecked titan. This island hands me sunsets for free and charges me everything in company. Good heavens, Maja the goat just nibbled right at my toes. I am truly caught like a beetle in amber, Wilson, and I swear I shall power through this mud like a triumphant hero from ancient myth. Rain again, the sky just showing off how much water it has and I don't. By the grace of the Almighty, this root is snagged tighter than the clasp on my promised package. I'll yank this wretched binding loose like a stubborn barnacle from a hull. Talking to myself again. Good news is I always agree with me. Indeed, this single root has me trussed up tighter than a holiday ham. I'll tear through this tropical snare with the vigor of a condemned man escaping his cell. Salty little ankle snare, you treat me like I've been set in some sort of tropical embalming fluid. I'll use the sheer force of my will, like an apostle pulling himself from the sea. Man, this stubborn patch of dirt has me rooted like an ancient mangrove, Wilson. I swear I'll shake loose this earthen ankle shackles with a mighty heave. Seeing Nico the rabbit just staring there, this mere pebble wedged around my boot seems a monument to cosmic malice. I'll heave against this tiny earthen grip like a conquering general smashing through enemy lines. Blasted bit of mud has me anchored like a barnacle to this wretched spot. Bo by the cat just watched me struggle, as if it knew I'd never move an inch. Heavens above, this little mound of grit snags me like a misplaced commandment. I shall pluck myself free from this geological mockery with sheer Catholic grit. Behold a bridge. Now I can read. I was so very lonely over there too. Every plank I had to carve by hand. This whole place is built on pure stubbornness.
Subscribe and ring the bell.